This is the AC-130 Ghost Rider. You may recognize it from Call of Duty, but today I had the chance to see one in real life and get to experience firing it myself. The Ghost Rider is the most heavily armed aircraft ever built. It comes equipped with both a 30mm cannon capable of firing up to 200 rounds a minute, in addition to this massive 105mm howitzer that shoots rounds weighing roughly 50 pounds apiece. After receiving a mission brief that gave me a good rundown on what to expect during my flight, I grabbed my helmet and gloves and made my way out to the flight line to load up. I started out in the flight deck for takeoff because honestly, there aren't too many windows in the back and you guys know I like a good view. After about 15 minutes, we arrived at the range, meaning it was time for me to gear up and get ready to fire. Now, I haven't mentioned this yet, but there's this really cool control center called the MOP, or Mission Operator Palette, which is where everything in the AC-130 is controlled, including the trigger. The cameras and sensors are pretty ridiculous, and as I took my seat and toggled through the different settings, it really did feel like I was playing a video game.
Enemy AC-130 above!
I started out on the 30mm, and after receiving some instruction from the experts, I honed in on an enemy tank over a mile away on the ground beneath us and squeezed the trigger. But don't worry, that's not all. Next up was the 105mm howitzer. For this, things were going to be a little different, as we were going to simulate a real-life fire mission. This is how things would work in a real combat situation with friendly forces on the ground calling in an airstrike.
Spectre 6-1, Lobo 2-9. Fire mission, over.
The process for firing includes a checklist rundown from the entire crew. It starts with me at the MOP before going to the pilot who has a consent switch up on the flight deck. It then goes back down to the gunners who load and arm the 105 and confirm that it's ready to fire.
Crew 2 Wizzo, gun 2 trainable, prox, target 140, 530 meters, Wizzo ready.
Wizzo confirms.
Arm 2. Gun 2 armed.
Gun ready.
Rounds away. Boom, that's a direct, let's go.
So, there you have it, the AC-130 Ghost Rider in all its glory.